Okay, you guys, this is, oh my God, this is so freaking crazy. Like, oh my God, I didn't even make the connection until like right now. Like, seriously, this is insane. Okay, so the other night, it wasn't last night, but it was the night before that I had the weirdest dream of maggots. Now, here's the thing. We've had a bit of a mice problem here, and so because there's parts of the house that has entrances where mice can get in, and it's gonna happen. And so they overran not overran, but they had a bit of a run the house for a minute, and then we tried using traps and all that other stuff, but it did work. Finally, we used decon, which I know it's not very humane, poisoning little animals, but I don't know what else to do. I mean, yes, we can go pay someone to try to find all the exits and entrances, but I live in Ohio and I live in kind of like a rural part, a rural city part, and so mice are always going to be somewhat of a problem. So the way to keep them down is to either trap them or, yeah, use decon. Okay, so yeah, so finally we use decon. Okay. And when you use decon, they basically die in their tracks, and it's like it's not a pretty thing. Believe me, I don't love it, but I don't know what else to do. And I know you guys can make all your suggestions. That's all humane and whatever, but I'm telling you, sometimes things just have to. There's got to be a balance. So I saw a few that died, but I figured they would die like in between the walls. But there was a few that died in the basement that I didn't know because they're behind certain things. My husband has some stuff downstairs that I don't really see. And so I've been noticing a few flies in the house. I'm like, where are these? And these are big, huge flies. I'm like, where the hell are these flies coming from? And I'm like, I know it's hot outside, but damn, because we've had some fluctuations in the weather. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. And so I just like whatever. I just kill the flies and whatever. And they're big flies. Okay, these are not like small little house flies. These are huge flies. I'm like, what the fuck? So today I went downstairs and I'm cleaning. Okay, I'll tell you, I clean. I don't clean like super, but I clean enough to keep things okay. But some areas I don't really just go in and do a deep because I'm just like I don't go in those areas. So the basement is one of them. I don't really go in the basement like I used to because I don't work down there. It's my husband's little area. So I just go down there to go to the restroom or go upstairs to go to the restroom, and that's it. We don't have a restroom on the main floor. So I go down there and I see this mouse, and I'm like, oh, it's dead. And I'm like, oh, crap. And so then I get my dustpan and I get my broom. I'm like, oh, this is just so gross. And I see these maggots. Okay? And I had a dream a couple nights ago where I dreamt about maggots. Now, I don't know where it came. Remember, if you see my transmissions before, like the last couple days, I said, hey, I had a dream about maggots. I just don't know where the hell it came from. And I would look up the dream analysis and yeah, okay. So yeah, I don't go and like clean the basement from top to bottom every single day. No, I don't do that. I do it as needed. So yes, today I was doing some cleaning and, and there was a mouse there, and there was like big fat freaking maggots. I'm like, oh, this is where the flies came from. And it didn't dawn on me until I called my husband to see where he was at, and he's still working, of course. And I said, "Oh my God! Now I know why I dreamt of maggots because there was two dead mice in the basement that and it smelled, but it smelled that bad. I mean, it's whatever, right?" And so I'm like, "Why does it stink down here?" And I'm looking, and I'm just doing, and I that's when I saw the mice, and there was a maggot, and so I just scoop up the mouse and the maggots too, and I throw them outside, and there's a cat outside that's gonna eat it. So it's interesting when you have clarity, when you actually decalcify your pineal gland, it's almost as if the other side is telling you what's kind of going on that you're not really aware of. It's like a premonition. It's weird. It's like it's telling you what's going on, the areas that you can't see. Like I didn't know where those fly come from, and I'm not doing deep cleaning all the time because I have like 4 floors. Okay, I have the top floor, which is the attic, finished attic, then the bedrooms, and then the main floor, and then the basement. And I only use about 2 floors. I really don't use all 4 floors, so I mainly just circulate within the 2 floors. So when I occasionally go downstairs, it's usually dark. Go down there if I even use a restroom, but I don't usually unless I go down to the laundry room. But I usually it's up and down and it's very quick. So the fact that I was down there and it's kind of smelled kind of weird, and then I saw the two dead mice. The second mice didn't have any maggots, but the first mouse did. I'm like, oh my God, this is so gross. And I didn't even think about that I had a dream the other night about maggots. And then, oh my God, yes, I did. And I found a dead mouse with a maggot. And so, and I never thought I'd be so like happy talking about a maggot and a mouse. But the fact that I dreamt about it, it was so, it was like so realistic. It was almost as if my body was actually in another part of the house looking at it. Okay, so when you finally reversed your issues and you decalcify your pineal gland and you're not dreaming so much, because yes, dreams are associated with your biochemistry, but your biochemistry also has other senses that I think it's more than just your five senses. Like what's your five senses? Like your hearing, taste, smell, feel, touch. The same thing as touch. Um, I forget what the fifth one. Actually, I need to look at that. What is the five senses? Holy crap! Five senses. Remedial shit. But I don't care. Sight. That's right. Sight. Sight, sound, smell, taste, touch. Okay, so sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. All right. So those are your one-dimensional five senses, and then there's a sixth sense. That you've seen the movie The Sixth Sense, where the kid can see dead people, right, in his conscious waking world, which I don't really want that ever to happen because I think I would be it'd be too crowded for me. I would be feeling claustrophobic if I could see dead people walking around. I like the living because they have their own respect for boundaries. Maybe the dead people do too if you tell them, but I really don't want to have to put boundaries down on dead people. But anyways, but there is a sixth sense that isn't going to invade your one dimensional. So there's a second dimension, third dimension, fourth dimension, and I haven't really been dreaming. That was the only dream I've had in the last couple days. The last couple weeks. Okay? And so it's just, and then there was another dream I had about someone. And there's probably something going on with that person, but I don't even want to know because it's none of my business. But I dreamed about one of my husband's relatives. And so, I'm not going to, I don't want to even, because there's probably something going on. I mean, I'm sure my dreams now are going to be like premonitions of things that are going on that I have access to or some kind of relationship with that, like, wow. So just when you're on the J juice, pay attention to your dreams because they are telling you what's going on in your waking life. And then when you finally reverse your issues, uh, yes, Grace, when you finally reverse your issues, she says, I love that your high sense perception is improving as your pineal gland decalcifies with the JJ. Yeah, I mean, once you reverse all your issues and you get all the gunk out, and today I did actually about a half a cup of J juice that I had in the back of my fridge because I have like 2 or 3 gallons just sitting in the back of my fridge, just sitting there because I haven't really been eating it. I haven't really. So today, for some reason, I just felt like I wanted to drink. So I did, and it gave me a bit more energy. Yeah, not that I didn't need to clear any pipes. I mean, I ate a bunch of food today. I took a nap because I'd used a lot of my energy yesterday, just getting my book together, trying to figure stuff out. Because I'm telling you, the more clarity I have in between, the more clarity I have with the connections of everything, the more it's going to be easier for me to really tightly write this book where the beginning is like the Oreo cookie on the outside, and then the stuff in the middle is like the cream, and then the cookie on the outside, which is the conclusion, is going to reflect the introduction. And so that's really what I'm trying to figure out, is getting everything in uniform. As above, so below, pain in, pain out. Suffering is from birth and death, or birth and birth, right? Birth into the to death world and birth into the life world. It's painful no matter what. And so my mental clarity on being able to make these connections and create the analogies, so that way you understand the jelly juice and understand where I'm coming from and what you're going to have to experience no matter what. You're going to have to suffer going in this world and getting out of this world. And if you want to stay on this earth, you're going to have to suffer. You're already suffering now leaving this world. So why not suffer for a minute entering back into this world? Okay? So as above, so below. And then that premonition of freaking Maggots. Holy crap. And Grace, great to have you. And you guys have a good day. But I wanted to share that with you because it shows just how, yes, highly attuned your body, mind, and spirit is when it finally is able to connect. The United States of you. Seriously, this is the epitome of the United States of you. Not the United States of America, because right now we're not really united. In theory, we are, but we're very divided. But Jilly Juice is United States of you. Okay, talk to you later. That is body, mind, and spirit. Okay, bye.